There's an 82% chance that if I gave you the keys to this car, you wouldn't even be able to start it because of this little guy right here. There is a reason why they say manual is the best theft prevention in 2026. And in today's video, I'm gonna tell you why most of the people my age cannot drive a stick shift car, but yeah, I do it every single day. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Zigiwik, where we do these POVs every other day, talking about cars, a little bit of life improvement, mainly just the cars, guys. And today I'm gonna talk about why do I drive a less preferred type of vehicle. You know, manuals are outdated. A lot of people can agree with that. A lot of people don't even know how to start a manual car. Can you believe that? Keys are being outdated. Everything is push to start or start from your phone. You know, this is a type of technology that's from the past. And why do I like it? Why do I enjoy driving a manual over another type of car, automatic car? I haven't driven a DCT really, but you know what draws me to driving a manual car? Europe was the place on earth where it was manual heaven. You know, you think of any type of car that came in a manual and we did not get it in America, it was definitely released in Europe. They love their manual cars. And as of 2024, the sales in Europe for car makes have surpassed manuals. So automatic cars are selling more in Europe versus manuals. This is like the first in history it's happened, I believe. And you know, it's just good things come to an end, I guess. Automatics are more reliable. They're more efficient. It's gotten to a point where automatic cars aren't a trade-off. Manuals used to be fun. They used to be this type of sports vibe, but now you have all these different type of automatic cars, so it's like the gap isn't big enough to make driving a manual every single day feasible for the majority of people. And that's just the hard pill to swallow as an enthusiast, as somebody that likes old cars and would like to see the continuation of them. You know, it's something that is gonna phase out more and more as time goes on. And the most we can do right now is enjoy the manuals we got left and buy them up before the marketplace gets too crowded. I was once somebody that owned an automatic car, and would I own one again in the future? Probably, more than likely, because there's a lot of different cars that I want to try out, a lot of different driving styles that I want to get experience in. But you know, a lot of people just like myself are kind of pressured into getting an automatic car. It's seen as outdated. I remember speaking to my parents about owning a manual car, and they're like, get an automatic, it's safer. You talk to friends about it, they say, it's too much work in traffic, it's pointless to get a manual car. You know, a lot of these people that aren't even gonna be driving the car are worried, and they'll give their negative input on you buying the car. So it's like growing up and looking at cars, so many generations have been brainwashed and thinking that automatics are this holy grail and it's either that or nothing. If you get a manual, you're gonna be miserable. And then they don't even get to experience it. They don't even know what they're missing out on. And if you're one of those people, you're tired of getting pushed around, you want to take back the driver's seat of your life, and you know, you've been coerced into some bad decisions, messed up your credit, made a couple bad financial decisions, make sure you go check out my boy Gene and his team at MTH Credit Repair. For $99 a month, they remove negative disputes and inquiries across all 3 bureaus. So if you're somebody that's in need of that service, I could benefit from that, make sure y'all go check him out, man. Like I said, the link is in the top of the description. And let's get right back into the topic, because I have a lot to speak about when it comes to why I choose to drive a manual over an automatic car every single day. Over the years, well, actually, it's only been 2 years since I've been driving this car. And you know, all the things that people say are annoying with a manual car, I've experienced it because of the type of decisions and the type of mods I did to my car, or what I bought it with. And you know, I'll just start off with the clutch. People say it's annoying when you're in traffic, first to second. Yes, it is annoying, but it's manageable depending on what type of clutch you have. And I'm gonna say that again, because that is low-key important, yo. It is manageable, but it depends on what type of clutch you have. Because when I bought the car, it had a stage 2 clutch. And for those that don't know, the higher the stages, and I think this is how it worked, the higher the stages, the stiffer the clutch is gonna be. So it's gonna be harder for you to press. And I'm telling you, that stage 2 clutch, when I was in traffic, I would be getting leg cramps in my thighs because it was that stiff. Pause. But it was that stiff, it was hard to press it. So obviously, I had a really bad experience with that when I had that in my car, man. I'm telling you, like, I told Gene once, I was really looking at different cars when I bought it because after the fun wore off and I had the car, I was like, damn, like I really have to drive this car now. And I low-key don't, because it's annoying to drive because of that clutch. But since I've changed the clutch, I'm telling you, it's been night and day. The car is amazing. It takes barely any effort to press the clutch pedal. I drive to New York all the time. All my friends know that I'm always in New York. And if you know one thing about New York, the roads are crap and the traffic is horrible. It don't matter what type of time you go to New York, you're more than likely gonna run into traffic. It's annoying. And I have no problems with this car in traffic. You know, that was the main thing a lot of people talk about. Traffic, traffic, traffic. It is not that bad. I consider myself an older Honda enthusiast. I love these older cars. I do love the new Type Rs, iffy on the new SI, but I like the K series. I like the rawness, the hands-on feeling that it gives. There's no computer systems, nothing to limit you. When you turn off traction, traction is off and it's just you and the car. I really love that about the older Hondas and that raw feeling. And honestly, from what I've heard online and from, you know, mechanics that also collect Hondas, they'll have to roll the window a little bit, but they'll tell you that the manuals are always going to be stronger than the automatics. I don't know if that is still true for current cars, but a lot of people will tell you the manual transmissions are stronger on these cars compared to the automatic. You can do more with it. You can upgrade the clutch, push more power. You know, you don't see turbo automatic Hondas that often. It's always the manuals. And being somebody that's into that sports scene, I like going to the track with my car. It's just a no-brainer that I'm gonna have a manual car. There's so much more you can do with it. It just broadens the gap so much more. Back in the day, my parents would tell me everybody that learned how to drive a car on a manual. That's all they had back then. And now it's the opposite. They're becoming obsolete. And I guess, you know, a lot of people, just like in my situation, where you have a lot of people in the background telling you, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. Where it's like, it's low-key for no reason. Like, I don't get why when you say you're buying a manual car, so many people just jump to the negatives. They're like, oh, it's gonna suck in traffic. Oh, it's gonna this, it's going to that. Like, people say all that stuff about it like you're buying a house. Like, brother, it's just a car. It's either you're gonna have fun with it or you're not gonna have fun with it, and then you're gonna sell it and buy something that's more practical for your lifestyle. You think of my Civic. If I had just bought an SI like I wanted initially, I wouldn't have to have went through the process to sell my Civic and buy a TSX. And do I regret that process? No. Would I do it again? I don't know. I probably would have just bought the SI from the start. I mean, it's an amazing car. It's an amazing chassis. You can bring it to the track and have fun. And that's really all I want. I mean, obviously, I love the TSX. But, I mean, the SI coming with the LSD and the transmission, you can't really beat that. You know what I mean? So, I wish that people were more accepting of others driving manuals instead of being so negative towards it, especially older people. You know, I understand it's annoying to drive in traffic sometimes. You know, sometimes you get off work and you just don't want to shift gears, and you know, it gets to a point sometimes. But after changing the clutch, I can confidently say I've never been in that situation where I was like, damn, I wish I had an automatic. You know what I mean? Like, I love this car. I love driving manual. I driven Gene's car. I like driving his car. Like, I just love the hands-on feeling of it. And I guess that's why I bought this car. That's the rush I'm chasing. I'm chasing the rush of the feel. Somebody in my other video commented and he asked me that he wanted me to talk about if I were to buy, I think my top 3 or my top 5 manual cars under $5,000, what would I buy? And obviously my list it's kind of hard. You know, there's a lot of cars I recommend that it's hard to find in a good condition under $5,000. Obviously, I'd recommend the TSX, but people be jacking up the prices because it's hard to find a well-kept TSX that's a manual under $5,000. A lot of them are beat up, ripped up. The interior looks like a tornado ran through it. It's jumping out of gear. You know, all those things. And people sell it like they have a gold mine. They'll sell it like it's a GTR. You know what I mean? So I would say if you can find them for $5,000, under 200,000 miles, preferably under like 180, 170. You know, ideally you want to get 150, but they're older cars, so you know it's hard, and they're manual transmission, so miles don't really matter. And what I'd recommend is my top 3 right now. I'd have to say a TSX, a Civic Si, and y'all already know what I'm saying for number 3, bruh. And if you don't know what I'm saying for number 3, you are a fake supporter. And if you know what I'm gonna say, drop it in the comments before I say it, and let me know if you're gonna find out what I'm gonna say. Let me know if you can guess it before me. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, Honda Fit. My big 3 is a Civic Si, TSX, and a Honda Fit, man. I never driven a Honda Fit, but I'm telling you, I really want to. I've heard nothing but great things about them cars. They say the chassis is mad rigid because of how they weld it to save money. It makes it more firmer. It's amazing on track, off rip. It's not the fastest car, but it's fun, it's small, and it's nimble to whip around, and that's all I look for in a car. So if I would recommend under 5,000, I'd recommend in that area if you want to have fun. Obviously, if you don't care about that stuff, get a regular Civic base model with the manual. You'll find them for cheap. A regular Civic, regular Accord. What else comes in a manual? The old CRVs are nice, like the 2002. They come in a manual, a lot of space. Obviously, a Honda Element, if you're into that too and you want the space, but you're not really into the sports stuff. Honda Elements are nice, and they come with the K24, so that's a win. So that being said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end off this video with this beautiful view right here. And if you're somebody with a manual car and you're young, have fun with it. Don't let the mainstream people or the people around you force you into thinking that what you have is not worth it. I'm telling you, these cars are a lot of fun. I love my car. It's the best purchase I made. And you get to bring it to the track and not have to worry about the automatic transmission limiting you. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna catch you on the next video. Make sure y'all buy a TSX and travel. Come back for the next video. And if you have a manual car, let me know down below what you driving, man. Drop your cars in the comments section. Right now, as y'all can tell, I have a nice, perfect sunset drive to go enjoy with my amazing manual car. So that being said, I'm gonna catch you on the next video, guys. Peace.